You are the temple of God if you're born again. You know, some people lose sight of that. They don't keep that in the forefront of their thoughts and their minds and their hearts, that they are the temple of God. You know? And as the temple of God, we need to keep ourselves holy and blameless. And we need to recognize what God wants to do in His temple. A temple is a place for service, right? The Old Testament temple is a shadow or a symbol of the body. The burning altar is right at the heart. That's where the heart burns for God. You know? And I'll do another video on that, but there's different parts of the body. The bread in the temple was right by the stomach, which is interesting, and the candles were also by the stomach too, which is interesting. You know, I think there's a wash basin somewhere in the body too, in the temple. And then the head, I forgot what that was, but maybe the altar. Well, this is the burning altar, I think, and I'll do that some other time. But as the temple, we need to recognize that God wants to operate through us. He wants to live through us. You know, He steps into us, and we are His host. And He looks out of our head with our eyes, and He sees our hands, and He does what He wants with them. And He operates us. Living sacrifices for Christ. This is pretty cool to have God dwelling in us. We're just a dirt sack, you know, made out of the dirt. It's amazing. He's amazing. And He dwells, the heavens are in our mind, and the earth is in our body, you know, and this is the heavens. And Christ wants to dominate the earth from heaven. And He went back up to heaven to dominate the earth, and we need to dominate our earth from heaven. Christ wants to dwell in the temple of our brain. God the Father dwells in our mind, in the throne room. This is the throne room, and Christ is on the right hand side, right? And the right hand side, we have discovered, is the side that uses creativity. The right side of the brain uses creativity, spirituality, you know, and the left side of the brain uses logic and stuff like that. But Christ dwells in our mind. Think about how awesome that is, that He's in you, and He wants to give you counsel, and He wants to help you. And you know, in the book of Revelation, it speaks about the 12 elders, or the 24 elders. Well, there's 12 doors in our brain, 12 sections, doors from separated parts of our brain. So I think there's 24 sections of brain in our brain. So think about that, 24 elders. And there's also lightning that proceeds from the throne, lightning and voices and stuff like that coming from, and thunder coming from the throne room towards striking earth. That's like God dwelling in the heavens of your mind and striking at the sin in your body, you know, and He's getting rid of it, trying to get rid of it. You know, He's attacking the earth. There's a war between heaven and earth, and the earth needs to submit to God, who lives in the temple of our mind. So yeah, always keep this in mind, that God is in you, if He is in you, if you've been born again. And we need to stimulate that attitude and make sure that we're aware of it at all times, aware of His presence in us.